Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, wait. There we go. We're almost ready to get started. Three, two, one. Let's get started. Hello everyone! How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing good. Let me get a little bigger. There we go. Just a little bigger. Hello, Lunatic. How are you doing? Hello. Whoa. Whoa! What's up? What are you doing? What are you wowing? What is the woe? Did you join at the exact time you should? Yes. Yes. I'm gonna... I didn't know what to do today because I ran out of commissions. So I'm gonna finish the study. I'm gonna finish the study. So we're going... Hold up. Just realized a little something. You saw nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyways, I just realized that those lines crossed it in an unfortunate way. Anyways, how are you all doing? Hello, welcome to the stream. I was looking at this, doing quite well. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. I was looking at this. I think the eyes are a bit too big. I look so moe, but like watching Misa go through the warp intervalo. Oh, nice. Warp intervalo. You mean the art one or the murder train? The murder train one, right? Right. Okay. That is a cool one. That is a cool one. That interval is really cool. Shoot, Mate. Yeah, I think I made the eyes a little bit too big here. So I'm adjusting it. She has now gained knowledge of false discord. Ah, nice. Finally she can understand the weird memes. Those are not easy to understand memes without the context. Those memes are not easy to understand without the context. Ah, that is nice, Lunatic. Is she enjoying it? I hope she's enjoying it. And that interval is so peak. It's so peak. It's also fun how different things are for the Prince Vampire guy and Merceau. Merceau is so much more competent. Probably because he didn't like abandon the park out of an actual desire. He just did it because he was told to do it. So he goes way back. What was the vampire's name? I keep forgetting the vampire's name now. What's the vampire's name again? Cassetti! There we go. I knew he was named after an outdated piece of hardware. You know what I was not old enough to witness though? I was not old enough. Apparently, cassette tapes had a rival that was called the Betamax format. And I don't know what a Betamax is. I think it's another type of tape, but I don't know how it's supposed to work. Supposedly, it had a few benefits over cassette tapes, but I have no idea what they were. I have no idea what they were because the cassette tapes won the war, but they were almost immediately overthrown by CDs and DVDs. It was quite, well, it wasn't fast, but you know. It's kind of funny. Okay, so I think the eyes are more proportionate now. They're more in touch with what my eyes usually look like, right? Over here. I remember Momochi saw this image and she was like, "Are you making another pixel model?" And I was like, no, this is just a character study. One that could be turned into a pixel model, I'll admit it. Are my boobs bigger in this? They might be bigger in this. Lunatic, there is only one solution. We must increase my boob size. It's the only way. I'm joking. I am joking. Are my boobs too big in this? Bigger? Like are they bigger? Hold up. Let me actually... What are the main differences from this drawing and my model? No, I think the boobs are about the same, right? They're not bigger. What is interesting is that my head is smaller in this drawing. I think... Yeah, it's kind of like the same as that time we did the experiment with the shrinking head toggle, that it makes my boobs look bigger if my head is smaller. I think that's what's going on here. I think that's what's going on. It wouldn't surprise me if my head is a little bigger than it should be in this model, because I have drawn this before. I did the drawing lessons, so I did learn a bit more about proportions in the model lessons than before. So yeah. Okay, so what is missing from here? The ear. I would think a toggle that controls breast size would be funny, but I still have no idea. What's Twitch policy, proper policies on this? I'd honestly like to see what I look like with a Petanco Mamakiba would look like. It might just look like male Kiba with a ponytail and a big butt. All things considered. Maybe I should do that drawing sometime, just to see what it looks like. Could be fun, could be fun. Who knows, maybe we could get started on it today if I have the time. My ponytail is definitely a little bit too small from what I usually go for. It doesn't look bad though. But if it's to match current model, it would be more... Yeah, let's say I like this. Let's say like this. Let's say like this. I think like this is good. Okay, and we're lacking a tail. We are lacking a tail. Hello Medina, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am. And this drawing is pretty good too, ha! Doing well, just very happy. You doing well as well? I am doing well as well. Hold up. I think I wanna do the tail from the backside first, so we can adjust it properly. Let's see, should be tail back. I see that you came down with the thickness. I did. I was actually trying to compare if the drawing that I made is thicker than my model. What do you think, Medina? Hold up. Is it thicker than me IRL though? Yeah, I think the hips are larger. The hips are larger. The hips are definitely larger. The hips are definitely larger. Slightly thicker drawn, I'd say. I love you in any form though. Ah, thank you. It's hard. It's hard. I keep changing my style slightly every time I draw. And I feel like I should remake the model every time I do. It's not happening. It's not happening. That is way too much work. That is way too much work. Go off and do whatever, King. We enjoy your uniform. Aw, thank you, Medina. I do appreciate that, I really do. But I gotta say, in general, I do like feel like I get more complimented more often on my model when it's the female one rather than when it's the male one. It's just a thing I noticed. And I don't necessarily mean by you guys who watch me in general, right? It is like a thing. Way back when I did the male version of the pixel model, I did notice that the female pixel model still had more attention in general. Women pretty, so you have this. Exactly. And besides, lore-wise makes sense. As a ninja, it makes sense that I would technically take the form or the disguise that works best for what I'm doing. And if having a female form helps in any way, I mastered this jutsu to bring better entertainment to it all. Makes sense, right? Plus, honestly, I like it. Plus, I like it. Playing dress up with the female model is more fun. It just is. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I know that there are people. It's also very expressive in both forms. Ah, thank you. I know cases of people who actually like developed some slight. I'm gonna say light body dysmorphia because they felt their model didn't match them, right? I've seen that happen to people. So I am well aware. I am well aware that that's the thing. And I am being careful with it too. But like, being in the female form like doesn't like affect me negatively in any way. I am pretty whatever about it. I'm pretty chill about it. I'm also testing my boundaries with like let's say spicier content for the Patreon, right? Nobody be surprised one day if you get some Honka stuff. I am aware of the implications. But I like myself as I am IRL too. The way I see it, this is like an extension of let's say my female side. I kind of noticed a slight change. Personally, I enjoy it because I know you were comfy with it. Ah, what? Yeah. Oh, what kind of change did you notice, Medina? I'm curious. What do you see? You mean as in me being able to put out more risky stuff? I'd say slightly more nudity and it being less playful and more lewd but still playful. Ah, I see. I tried to keep it playful. Interesting. So you would say like I'm taking the lewd more seriously? Rather than being like it's just a prank, bro? Also just be yourself, whatever that means for you, we stand behind you. Aw, thank you, Medina. As the poet Shadow the Hedgehog once said, I am all of me. I guess you could say it's less ironic. Before it felt a little bit more ironic, now it feels a little bit more honest. Shadow kind of spooks me. Shadow, you know... Exactly. Okay, so I watched a very good video on philosophy that discussed the role of irony. I like the mix between playful irony and purposefully lewd nudity. Oh, that is nice. My main inspiration is always gonna be Queen's Blade for that, though. To this day, I am still befuddled how much of it was ironic and how much of it was serious, you know? It still befuddles me. And I honestly think... Hold up, let me hold up my arm here. That was part of the charm. Befuddle is a weird word. I know, it's a very befuddling word, isn't it? Ya missed. But like, that was a warning shuriken. I see. Yeah, like but like for real, I was watching a video on philosophy the other day, right? And it was very interesting. It was talking about the purpose of irony in things. And one of the key things about how it talked about how irony can be dangerous, because if everything is ironic, you're like not taking really responsibility or risk for anything, which is how irony can be a bad thing. But after he made a defense on how irony can be a good thing, and irony is essentially kind of a defense mechanism that can allow the person. This is what makes irony a little bit dangerous, though. But it works as a defense mechanism, which allows the person to engage with ideas and concepts and behaviors that they might otherwise not be able to engage directly, and gauge whether they can actually enjoy it or not without feeling like they have to compromise to it. It's almost a way to try out a new identity without compromising to it. And one of the best examples that was given in the video was people he knew who used to hate Britney Spears music and started listening ironically to it. And then after enough time has passed, they like knew every lyric, they watched the movie, the Crossroads movie, and they were actually they became true Britney fans because they engaged ironically with the music for so long that it stopped being ironic, and they found something that they could enjoy that otherwise shame and societal pressure would have not allowed them to enjoy. And that is irony being used at its best. So, in other words, they condition themselves to enjoy something? Kinda, but not really. That can happen too, but let me try to give a very, very honest example. When I was very much in my teenage years, I was very conditioned to not like properties of media. Hey Achilles, welcome to the stream. As indeed it is as. I am gonna cover it though, but don't worry. I'm gonna put some uncovered as on my Patreon later today. Don't worry about that. I can't show it here though. Lunatic knows what I'm talking about though. I showed my butt to Lunatic for approval. Unfortunately, because it's nudity, I think I need to put it over on the paywall. But I don't know. I kind of wish I didn't have to put it over on the paywall, but according to Momochi, it's the only way to. You can only post 18 plus stuff safely on Patreon if you put it over the paywall, because the paywall is like a way to prevent. If you're using your credit card on the internet, you're supposed to be an adult, is basically how I understand that Patreon rationalizes it. There we go. We need far more keybutt. I am actually training. I'm actually training that. I am actually training that because honestly, drawing boobs all the time is really great, but it gets a bit repetitive. Training your butt has... I'm training how to draw my butt. I'm not training my butt. Thank you very much. But honestly, how far, I'll be very, very honest with you guys. How far I'll go into like drawing myself in more lewd situations is kinda on you. What about Max X Fan Kiba? The worst part is I thought about that because I can just do that if I want to. Somehow I feel like I need permission of Momochi to do that. In my head, I feel like I need permission, Momochi's permission to do that. And she will probably just stare at me being like, why the fuck are you asking me that? Self-sassed is hot. You and several Yu-Gi-Oh! Fangirls agree. Oh, wait. Huh? Okay. Okay, this looks extremely bad. Let me delete that real quick. Max added, I say go off king as for long as you're comfortable to do so. What if we get Momochi and Momochi to... That is out. That is that is kind of an interesting thing though about that. Momochi actually doesn't really like little drawings of herself too much. All right, Achilles, go cook. As in, like, she won't be mad at you if you draw her like that. But she'll kind of be like, if you want to use this for stuff, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That is basically her policy. That is basically her policy. Hear me out. Male Mochi being a menacing and pranking Momochi. This could be coming to go. No Lil, by the way. Yeah, that works. We still have to figure out what a male Mochi would look like, though. That is a thing we still need to do. What the design would be like. Okay. I know what is going on with the foot here. Like Momochi cooking some chalky chips, male Mochi eating, then putting raisin cookies would work in the silly mind. It would, absolutely. My thing is, I am way more open to experimentation. So I use her as like my compass to make sure I don't draw anything too much. Especially because, and this is kind of the problem, like I said, like I was talking about, how far I can go into like drawing lewds of my own model, my own OC. It's kind of reliant on you in a sense, because can I draw and can I enjoy drawing something that is a little bit more risque? Absolutely. Will I enjoy people treating me weird because of it? That not so much. If people start treating me kind of in a weird way, kind of seeing me, how do I put it? I guess objectifying, right? I'm quite alright with a bit of flirting, but if people start feeling, let's say, entitled, right? To seeing me in lewd situations, then that's where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line, right? One, because I'm married, so that becomes weird, right? I'm out here drawing naked butts for the joy of drawing naked butts. I'm not out here trying to socially seduce someone, you know? Let's be real, this model kinda hot. I like this model. I like the aesthetics of it being kinda hot. So sensual and ninja, thank you! Cause like I've seen, it hasn't happened with me, thank God. But I have seen people getting like weird and creepy with other content creators. Like even with friends, I saw that happening with Hato once, where person got a little bit too overstimulated with Hato's model, to the point where they started questioning their sexuality. And they got extremely harassy. They were having some sort of awakening there, I think. No, it was very interesting, alarming. I wasn't there, I was watching Hato's VOD, because it was back when Hato was rigging my male model, right? And I wanted to see how the progress was going, but I did not have the time to stop to watch him. So this person came out of the blue and started going like, "Hi, I'm not gay, but your model hot. Do you think I'm gay?" It was so weird. And then they started talking about how the model made them feel very, very much oversharing. Very much oversharing. And Hato was like... Poor Hato was panicking. Sharky came to the rescue. And banned the crap out of that person. So much alert is dropping. Also shout out mods for attacking us. I know, I know. Sharky was a real champ. Sharky was a real champ. I never been like too comfortable. There is like I notice sometimes when people like get horny, there is a mode that they get that makes me extremely uncomfortable. I don't know how to describe it. But the best way I could put it is that there is like a happy lewd which is mostly you guys. You guys are in that happy little fringe that I'm completely okay with, and then there is like a weird line crossing where I'm just starting like, people do the people, that's what sometimes need a bonking through. It's like, okay, it's not fun anymore. Nice to hear that. You absolutely are, Lunatic. You absolutely are. Like, it's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. I don't think I can describe because it just triggers this one core memory that I had where I was in school, and for some reason some of the students just start getting really up my case about whether I masturbated or not. And I'm like, what I do in my body is... I couldn't articulate that, but essentially, what I do in my body is my problem, you know? I do understand that it was like, they were discovering their own body, it was kind of a new thing, and, part of the problem, weirdly enough, what could also be the case, some people have not learned to read the room or give others their space. That is true. That is also true. You know what I haven't done? I haven't done the scarf properly here. Let's do the scarf properly here. Although, if I do it on the back first... Yeah, I'll do it on the back first, hold up. Well, it could also be some case people know... yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, everyone was a teenage there, there is like... There is no question, there was social awkwardness. I think... teenagers are like genetically engineered to be as socially awkward as possible because that's how you socially calibrate. Oh god, we're currently at the start of 4th heat wave this summer. The legit people with long trousers. Oh no. Hormones be hormonies and people have learned how to be normal. Yeah. Okay, so. I don't know if you guys know this. You know how baby puppies, they get really bitey when they're young and they're teething? You know that part of puppyhood? Where they become like little piranhas, and it's impossible to, like, you wanna be near them, but they just bite you happily, non-stop. One person that works wearing a fluffy pullover and has their mood fire like they're trying to hurt themselves. Oh no. They learn by nibbling. Heck yeah, exactly, they learn by nibbling. The whole point of that is so they can calibrate their bite to a socially acceptable strength. And I actually experimented that with Lila. Because when... basically, Lila was a very, very high energy puppy. She was a very high energy puppy to the point where, I must say, she was kind of terrifying. She was a little bit terrifying, you know? Slightly scary. So, what if I met Lila? Should be fine with me enabling her to find out? Oh. You know, Mamuchi did that once to her just to mess with her to see what happens. She screams. You, even if you don't like, if you don't do anything, she screams at the thought, basically. But so I watched several videos on the internet about how to raise puppies. Went almost insane because the algorithm pushes videos that are like, if you don't do this by age 2 months, you're already fucked. Me looking for information on how to deal with a 6-month dog. Being like, oh no, my puppy will never be social. That's basically how I learned about the evils of algorithms, by the way. Was through trying to find good information on how to domesticate Lila. But one video said something very interesting. One video basically taught me this fact about dogs, that when during their biting phase they are looking for the biting in the right amount, so it doesn't break skin and it doesn't actually harm other dogs. And well, that also goes to humans, because they kind of see us as dogs, sorta. Oh god, baby and puppy advice things are the worst for animal-human parents. I know they are. They're designed to like trigger as much anxiety on you as possible, so you buy shit. That is literally just how it works. That's just how it works. It is the worst. But yeah, and there were some like really bad advices there, by the way. I'm gonna go on another tangent, but you guys can forgive me for going on another tangent. Like, there are some advices that are such garbage. There was this one guy that his solution for having a well-behaved dog was just to have 10 Kongs. Just load up 10 Kongs with food. You know Kong, the rubber toy, right? Loading up with food and keep throwing it at your dog so he will be too busy and tired to destroy your house. That was his master plan. That was his solution. That is not a solution. Yeah, no, that is absolutely desperation. And let's be real, you are also straight up just conditioning your dog to just not listen to you if you don't have something to give to him all the time. Like, it feels almost like you're rewarding some sort of addictive behavior. It doesn't feel... I don't know if that's truly the case, but in my heart of hearts, I believe that. But anyways, the good advice that I got though was a channel. The guy basically said that what I was talking about, that dogs, they have a calibration period where they bite everything to figure out what kind, how hard is a socially acceptable bite supposed to be. And his advice was painful but useful. He basically advised to let the dog bite, react to the dog biting over and over, so the dog can understand what type of bite is acceptable. Now, there are people who go farther on this advice and advise you to never, to like, always overreact to the bite, no matter how small it is. So your dog will never bite. That doesn't work on Lila. That didn't work on Lila. Because Lila was a very reactive doggo. I think it has something to do with the fact that we found her on the street, technically, right? With catos, they are sadistic, so beware. Catos don't have a thought in their heads. They just do whatever. Catos just do whatever they want, man. Like, you can teach them to do stuff, but they like literally and physically can't listen to you most of the time. So they kind of just go, eh? Do you know that cats can hear certain frequencies, and these frequencies are the frequencies we use to communicate most of the time? Cats have like one brain cell with one thought: food, sleep, violence. They do. They absolutely do. It's not even like cats aren't bad or anything. They're great, but they are creatures of instinct. They follow their instinct first, and they think about what they did later. Way more than dogs. Dogs think more about what they're doing. I am Cato. If I want cookies, I will eat the cookies. No one can stop me. That is fair, Medina. That is valid. That is valid. I am a menace on you, like all cats. Like all cats. So basically, I had a period where I had to be bitten on my hand over and over and over and over by Lila until she could find a biting force that I thought was more or less acceptable. And because of this training, she bites us without hurting us. We don't have to be worried about her if she like starts snarling at us. It's really funny. We don't have, you know how sometimes doggos kind of start snarling because of stuff, etc. And most of the time it is like, okay, so this is the moment where I need to back it up. I don't have to do that with Lila because she never means harm to us, and she knows we don't mean harm, but she has like her instincts. Like, for instance, if she steals a slipper, she gets all aggro and gnarly. She gets like, right? She does all that. But I know that I can take it from her, even if she tries. She will try to bite my hand if I try to pull it, but she won't actually harm me. So I can put my hand on this slipper. She's gonna be then I can like soothe her a little bit, and then she's like, oh yeah, what am I doing? This is fine. And then she gives me the slipper back. Like kids, they might not be harmed, but one time I kicked my dad in the balls by accident, still hurting. I bit my dad in the balls once. He fell to the ground kneeling. According to my mom, it's her most fun, it's her funniest memory. It's the funniest memory I ever gave her. Was my poor dad kneeling on the ground, holding his balls, going, keep a bit me, keep a bit me. Because yeah, it was that bad. His voice came out really, really high pitched. Ah, poor dad. Poor dad. Kids gonna be kids, kids gonna be kids. Kids gonna be kids. I'm afraid of karma. I'm afraid of karma if I ever have children. I'm so very afraid of karma. Ugh. Am I gonna get bitten in the balls? Possibly. Karma will bite you in the balls. Yeah. And god, the automod is just awful, Jesus. It's okay, Automod, I do then a big forgive. But yeah. Oh, you know what movie I wanna see? I wanna see The Odyssey. I wanna see The Odyssey with Momoshi, so when we exit the theater, we can both go saying The Odyssey had a purpose and left to ourselves while people around us have no idea why we're saying that. Exactly, Mamachi. Exactly. Also seems like people are really enjoying it, and I'm like, oh, this is a good surprise. Weekend date idea? It might be a weekend, it could be a nighttime idea too, a nighttime date too. Instead of working up late like we usually do, we go see a movie instead to relax. It's honestly sounds like a great idea. One critique I heard is even though it's about Greeks, there's a lot of men, there was no gags. Yeah, I honestly though, I didn't expect that. Hollywood likes to forget the part where the Greeks were all about checking what's under each other's togas. You know? They love to leave that part out. And I mean, if you wanna leave out the part where the Greeks had this custom, where it was the uncle's job to initiate his nephew sexually, that is fair. You don't have to rub out all the queerness though. I do not want to know this kid, but I am sorry, Medina. I am sorry. But it is true. Apparently in the tale of Hercules, Hercules had a nephew. It is a historical fact, unfortunately. Other civilizations are fun, but they're far from perfect. People were literally still figuring out what the hell was right and wrong to do. You wanna hear something fun though? It's also why people who are way ahead of their time stand out even more. You know what I mean? Did you know that freaking Diogenes, the inventor of cynicism, was a consent king? Did you know he was a consent king? He was advocating for ancient Greeks to consent. It is true. It is true, he was a consent king. He was in the belief that whatever sexual stuff you wanna do, it's completely valid as long as both sides are consenting. That he had that as part of his ethics. And he was very strict with his ethics. He was the strictest man alive when it came to his own ethics. Ironically, though, apparently the reason he got destituted of all his possessions that got him on the path of cynicism was because he was like printing money. Hey Super Fudge, welcome to the stream, how are you doing? He was printing money, he got found out that he was falsifying coin. He was destituted of all his possessions and then spent the rest of his life criticizing the government of, I believe it's Athens? Good, just woke up. Nice. And you already heard us where people are like, oh, interesting. You criticize society, yet you engage in it to survive? Interesting. Diogenes was like, I reject society entirely, and you can't make me be a part of it, and I'm gonna criticize the shit out of it, I'm gonna smell like garbage, and you can't stop me with that argument, and no one could stop him with that argument. He could criticize society all he wanted, because he didn't engage with it at all. No one could stop him. Kind of a hero. A really, really smelly hero. Who died of diarrhea because, well, of course, with the way he was living, but you know. There's also like this really sweet story, because he got on like everyone's nerves, right? And one day he was particularly preachy towards a merchant's son, and the merchant's son got so pissed at him he broke his pot, because he lived in a pot, right? I'm Diogenes in a pot, baby. Gotta hear me rant all day long. I'm Diogenes in a pot, baby. Come, come, let's discuss philosophy. Ooh, I pissed on Aristotle's face. Ooh, and which we shall do the same. If you want to philosophize with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a stinky man in a pot. You gotta come up and play. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyways. Man, I kinda wish there was a Fate Stay Diogenes. Is there a Fate Stay Diogenes character? Does Fate Stay has Diogenes? I want Fate Stay Diogenes. Just like a huge, big-boobed waifu that has completely messy hair, living in a pot, surrounded by dogs. But then again, it might have been too lewd, because Diogenes was known to masturbate in public. So if we had the wife doing that... might be a bit too much, but I guess we can leave that part out. At least for the freakier publication. Anyways. Uh... Welcome to my stream where I just don't go on tangents. The tangents go on tangents of their own. And they breed more tangents indefinitely. Unlimited tangent works? Exactly. Welcome back, Medina. We were contemplating Diogenes as a Fate Stay waifu. How are you doing? Also, cape and no pants looks like a good style. It is. It is. This be scarf though. This do be ninja scarf though. There we go. The Fate series books me. They are amazing characters animations, some age-wise very questionable character scenes. Yeah. How can you say it is like a really big franchise that spans throughout many years? And in these many years, what was considered acceptable changed. To some people's reliefs and other people's chagrins. It is what it is. Tamamo outfit when... I mean... Hold up, let me get her. Let me see. I like Tamamo. No, this is from... Uma Musume. No Fate. Oh, she looks very cute. Oh, she looks very cute. This one, right? Interestingly enough, right? With some adjustments, I can almost convert my regular outfit into a Tamamo-esque outfit, you know? It's not that far off. Whoops. Wait, apron Tamamo? What do you mean? Oh, I think Twitch would kill me. I think Twitch would kill me. I think that doesn't work for Twitch. I do think that doesn't quite work well for Twitch. Ooh, freaky. Let me do something because I do feel a little bit naked without something covering the neck. No, I think it's better this way. Let's leave it like this for now. Okay. So, let's see. First things first, back hair. Foiled by Twitch again, indeed. Indeed. It is unfortunate, Super Fudge. But Twitch policies are there to probably stopping the platform from just becoming OnlyFans 2.0, I think. They do want to pretend that this platform can be friendly for teens. They like to pretend that. You know, I never actually did. And I have... You know what I have never done? Oh, interesting. I'm noticing a few flaws from the drawing here. I never used it, I never used any, like, OnlyFans or stuff like that. Probably mostly because by the time it became a thing, I was already with Momochi, so like I never like had really any necessity to do it. Oh, I have an idea. So ultimately, I don't know how things operate in over there. I never actually checked it out to the hot tub section either. Not because of a lack of curiosity, but because I never remember to. It's kind of funny. My brain just deletes it. I never like, I should check the hot tub section. That is never a thing that crosses my mind. So I have no idea what goes on over there. My understanding is that people do try to get away with as much, let's say, softcore content as possible. Probably the best way to describe it. No, hold up. Back. There we go. Then, no. This part here. Yeah, this part here, we're gonna take it, delete it. Here. Put that here. Imagine looking into hot tub category and string and getting bad. That I remember I believe that actually happened. I'm 95% sure that that was already a thing. And it theoretically makes sense. Okay, so this is gonna be like almost a stretch of logic, but it kind of makes sense. Hear me out, hear me out. What happens in the bathtub section is technically only appropriate for the hot tub section. That is, in order for this logic to work, you kind of have to go along with this specific premise, right? Now, technically, if you watch the hot tub section on Twitch while not being the hot tub section yourself, you are technically looking at content that is inappropriate for the area you are streaming and therefore can be punished. Do you see how it can kinda make sense for that, how that can justify itself for happening? Do you see how that can kinda work? It's also why a lot of VTubers, when they decide to do like bathtub model streams, right? Or bathtub model or swimsuit models, they actually have to put the bathtub swimsuit section. They actually stream in the bathtub and swimsuit section. Just chatting category while examining it? Technically, the just chatting category is not for swimsuits. Technically, if you want to examine it, you need to be in the section. Weirdly enough. I am pretty sure that's how that works. If my instinct in video games for finding loopholes and weird logistical things is correct, no mutes allowed in just chatting. Kinda. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but like, did you know it's like a bannable offense? Not bannable. Yeah, no. It's a punishable offense, not bannable, but punishable. It's a punishable offense to be on a streaming category, like for a specific game, and not stream that game at all. Let's say I'm doing pixel art here, and I put myself as streaming Deltarune, but I'm just chatting. That's reportable. You can report me. Be like, this guy ain't doing what he's saying. Ban his ass. Do something. And it kind of makes sense. If you leave certain people to their devices, they will just use the category that has the most views for just optimizing engagement. Like, theoretically. I haven't misused any category, but like, while doing the Mega Man strings, theoretically there are the sections specifically for the Mega Man games, right? But the retro section has way more views. Ow! Hey retros! Ow! 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 Oh my god, you hit so many! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream! We were talking about how to get banned from Twitch while watching Twitch. I'm glad you're okay. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I mean, we kind of were talking about that, right? Okay, let's see if you got to the same conclusion we did. Let's see, what will Retro says? I said I know, wait, I never said I tell you. Ah, come on, let's compare notes. Cough, cough. Mm-hmm. You have no idea, do you? One zone out was all it took to kill me with that art hold up. Oh. I'm covering it, I'm covering it. I need the lines to know where to draw. It's getting there, don't worry. Okay, but on a scale, Twitch as an account Twitch or just anyone on Twitch? Twitch as in you're a streamer and you decide to watch another streamer stream and that causes you to be punished. That's the scenario. Where the person who is streaming doesn't get punished for streaming, but you get punished for watching their stream on your stream, even if for like a very short period of time. By the way, is that a thing? Do people like watch other people's stream and make content out of watching streams? Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. React content is... The situation with React content is crazy! People react to other people streaming. Huh. That feels like if you're gonna do that, you should at least do the knock knock and streaming together. So you can share the views with the person you're reacting to. I feel like that would be the more ethical way to do that, but okay. Spend all this time trying to make the ears be on the right level, only for me to cover most of it with the ponytail. I should have known. There we go. Dude, the other day I got the most wholesome commission ever. It's still a secret though, but once it's out, they can. Once they're done with their reveal, I can't wait to share it. I can't wait to share it. By the way, someone who's doing some category that isn't your maybes could also be someone who's doing music that isn't yours, but it's there and they're watching because then to strike you. Okay, so those two are pretty good. Hey, good job, Retros. Those two are pretty good. This is the one we came up with. You... Full movie Friday. I'm gonna cover it. Jeez. If you're getting this worked up over this, you're gonna get even more worked up on what I post on my Patreon later today. Or on socials by the end of the week. Sauce? I really can show. It's technically artistic nudity. No, not technically, it is artistic nudity, but I'd rather not take too many chances here. But yeah, basically the way I figured out would be trying to react to the swimsuits and bathtub sections without being in the swimsuits and bathtub sections yourself. That is how you get kicked off Twitch by watching someone who's streaming on Twitch. Yeah. Because all things regarding that need to be contained into their own session. So that's how we figured. Here we go. Here we go. Watching you do this make me remember I have my own stuff to finish. See? Pixel art streams are good. They're good for you. It's kinda like having a work buddy you can look over. Video editing takes so long. Oh yeah, you do video editing, Retros? That's awesome. It also is a lot of strain on the PC, right? I always did. It's a lot of strain on the PC, isn't it? Yeah. But, hey kitty kitty, welcome to the stream, how are you doing? Also boop, boop, I've been booped, no. Ow. Why? What did I do? I'm trying to figure out educational purposes. I see. This is a good time to figure out some stuff with like my back details, you know? It's part of the reason why I wanted to do this study. Cause like VTubers, it's always easy to find reference of how VTubers look like from the front. But like, what the hell do they look like from the back? But yeah, my PC freaks out if I try anything on other tabs while editing. It's really harsh. Yeah. They look like nice little photos. I see. Oof, oof. Yeah, that's one thing I've always heard. If you do video editing, you gotta like have a dedicated PC to it. And or just not do stuff with your PC and have other stuff you can do without the PC that you're not gonna freak out. Nudity! I'm gonna cover it, there's just a sec. Hold up. Some mobile editing softwares are pretty good. Really? Yeah, zooming to that ass. It's covered. It's covered. Okay. Cancel allow. If I recall correctly, Twitch policy is a little bit hard to figure out every so often, but they do allow this for this kind of stuff, like no problem. If anyone wonders if I'm risking my account, not really. Motion Power Director, okay? Nice. Twitch actually allows a lot of stuff as long as you're not trying to get people horny. You're not actively trying to get people horny. It's mostly fine. Exactly. This is literally a character study. It doesn't get more artistic than that. I'm not horny, I'm retros. Good. Okay. Time to get all stylish with fur. I'm sorry, but I don't need you to get horny. That is good. That is good. Horny independence is important. Mhm. Horny is the monster from that game. Why do we want them here? There's a monster. Ah! I know. It's the Dungeon Keeper. Right? Had like the big red devil named Horny. That's the one, right? The one series that got bastardized by EA? They made a mobile game that literally gets you to try to make you spend money in like the first 5 minutes. Why are you here? Just to suffer? I'm sorry, Super Fudge, you like that series? I remember that there was like a Harry Potter mobile game from way before we found out that J.K. Rowling was not a good human being. Where like the game, you would run out of actions. The game was designed so you would run out of actions when your OC is being trapped by a vine tentacle, and the OC is like writing in pain, and it keeps like a countdown going. You can only act after this much time. Do you want to accelerate spending money? We have little child, we have your OC as hostage. Please pay this amount of money to get him free. I remember that one. That one was a low blow. That one was a low blow. Like Jesus. Let's go. Anyways. Yeah, there was a character named Horny, actually. But now that you said it, it is a very broad... He's worth less than a quarter of a chicken burger. I'm sorry, but goodbye. Oof. Oof. Yeah, there's a guy from a franchise whose name is Horny. And he's not even from a Lewd franchise. Not even from a Lewd franchise. It was one of those, let's say, villain simulators. I don't actually remember how that game works exactly. I just know that you're supposed to like be running Evo dungeon. Cause I never got to play it. I saw like 3,000 ads for it, but I never actually played it. If you like that game, you will like War for the Overworld. Interesting. I have a game on my Steam library that I have yet to play, called, I think it's Dungeon Keeper? It's a roguelike thing, where you run a dungeon, and you have to like order the bosses in a specific order, the bosses and the monsters and the traps in a specific order, to weaken any adventurers that come passing your way. I like Silk Song. Why do you recommend me to play? Shantae! There's Shantae. There is 1,000 other Metroidvanias that are pretty good. I like Slay the Spire. Hey, I don't have a game. I mean, I do, but it's just a silly thing. It's just that silly thing I did for the... Should try Monster Train or Monster Train 2. I have already. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Love me a game with a good synergy. No, I think I want this to be straight-laced. Here. I love using the Umbra and the morsels. They're so cute and rare. They're adorable, and they are just there to be eaten. Poor little guys. Oh, Darkest Dungeon is fun. Did you know Darkest Dungeon like 1 is getting an update? I was like, but they already released a 2. I mean, 2, it's kinda its own beast. It's not bad though. Yeah, apparently there's gonna be a Darkest Dungeon update. I'm not sure what they're gonna update exactly, but they're gonna update something. There's actually gonna be like a new expansion. What are they expanding exactly? I do not know. But I know they're expanding something. Maybe a new dungeon would be fun. Would be fun if there was like a new challenge dungeon. Although, I don't know, like, I gotta be real. that one blood court dungeon, that one update with the mosquitoes. I'm afraid of it. Like, getting the plague is so bad. I think they even had to nerf it at one point. I believe they had to nerf that because it was so punishing. I wasn't the only one who got his ass kicked by that expansion, though. I think they made the game easier at one point with the expansion because the expansion was too punishing, so they had to nerf it. But at the same time, it's kind of lame. Whenever something, I don't know, it's like, whenever something is too difficult, I am kind of like, oh, I think I'd rather not engage with it. But whenever, like, the difficulty gets nerfed, and it's not preserved in any way, I go like, oh, what a pity! I feel like when game developers, they develop something that the difficulty is actually way too high, and it needs to be patched out, they should preserve the difficulty as like an extra challenge, and just let people rage over it while trying to beat it. I think it's funnier this way. And it gives people who are hungry for any sort of like challenge modes and stuff like that something to brag. Can I ask about a concept I'm playing around my head? Sure. Absolutely, Kitty, no problem. What is on your mind? Leveling gear as in weapons that level up with the character. I played a few games with that kind of mechanic. All that I have to ask you about this is what are you planning with that, right? As a game concept, I need to ask you, why do you want to implement the leveling gear? Because usually leveling gear will add an extra level of design challenge, right? An extra level of design and an extra level of challenge for the player. And it's very important that it doesn't feel empty. I think that the most important thing in game design will be something for late end game. I see. Okay, I'm gonna instead of judging that in general, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on how I've seen leveling gear being implemented in an interesting manner in different games. So, there were certain games, certain RPGs that I played that had leveling gear system. The leveling gear had, much like the Odyssey, a purpose, which was you would level up gear to unlock passives. So gear, every weapon in the game would have passives that could be unlocked by leveling up the weapon, right? And they had these passives on and always without leveling up, but you could upgrade it, and if you maxed out the weapon, you could take the passive out of the weapon and enchant it on another weapon. So the leveling system was gating behind. Hello Kai, how are you doing? The leveling system would serve as a purpose to gate behind a further customization that you could use for progressing your character, basically for character progression and further customization. Not the best, but surviving is important. If you survive, you have better days. Here, have butt. Anyways. So like I was saying, I do think it is rather important to have a purpose in mind when you're doing a system. You need a new charger? Oh no. Your old one broke. Hold up. Let me see how I can line this up and I'll finish my thoughts, don't worry about it. And I am gonna say this is very much my personal opinion, my personal take even, and you may use it or discard it. But personally, I'm not really too fond of a gear leveling system that would only increase stats. I feel like if you do a system that is only stats incrementing, and all the stats do is just make you more powerful, period. There are plenty of people who like that. Me particularly, I don't find that as engaging as like getting myself like a new skill or increasing the amount of gameplay I can have, right? I feel like those are, to me, personally, better rewards. Because, and one thing you can never underestimate, right? Now, not everyone sees it like it is. A lot of people love big number go up. A lot of them play Monster Hunter and MMOs. Thank you for the book, Kai. The only good one I had is refusing to work, so I'm stuck with the slow one. No, that is bad. Oh, and it's charging low because of the charger. I thought that was usually because the... how do you say? It was the phone's fault. I see. So it can be the charger. I see. Suppose it goes both ways. But yeah, now, I'm not saying you should go out of your way and program a bunch of skills especially if you don't know what they will do to the balance of your game, into weapons. Right? But I think that as a game designer, there is a real trap in creating complexity for complexity's sake. And the main thing you should keep in mind when you're gonna add something to your game is to figure out, how does this make my game more fun? After hearing you, I'll flesh out the concept a bit more. These weapons and armors won't be like easy to get anyway, nor would they be like something you would buy. Ah, I see. Ah! Hello! Guys, I think Momochi. Hi, Key Energy, welcome to the stream! How are you doing? FBI, the food police is here. Yes, the food police is here. Momochi has brought me some snackos. I always wonder, do you think I should make like a little bot? Hold up. You know, for the tail? That's not the FBI, it's the SBI, Shinobi Bureau of Investigation. Oh my god, that name sounds cool, by the way. You know what I mean? I might use it in a project. You better, if you don't, I will. I think I'll just leave like a little hole like this, and maybe just so it makes some sense. Yeah, there you go. Don't worry about how it closes, it just does. Okay, so everyone, gonna take a quick break now, eat something, and we'll be back editing more bots. We will be right back, okay? I mean, imagine modern ninja societies that like all their masters hide up, then investigate, keep the addition right, or making sure one of them doesn't turn dark. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely a cool thing. Also, there is an animated system called Black Torch that looks kinda interesting that sorta touches on the subject a little bit. But not really. There was an anime about modern ninjas, but they all wore these helmets that look like you're a special needs kid. No offense, it just does. I don't remember the name of the anime though. But BRB, gonna eat something and I'll be right back.
never felt like down. I never felt like down. But they're still with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. They're still with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down. I never felt like down. They're still with me. Down. You gotta turn up down. I never felt like down.
I am back. I mean, I wish they investigated the Shikiharas, the Amazonian nations I deal with. Oh, Amazonian nations, that sounds cool. Hello! What you got? Roll cake. Guava roll cake. They hate me more because I'm half of them. Ah, I see. How are you half Amazonian? Just asking on a logistic perspective. Is it like an ascendance thing? Was your mom an Amazon that fled? Kindle Duchess Sutfur. No, they hate me because I'm a furry fox girl who farts fire.
For join the Ninjalings.
Are you sure you're not holding a lighter to your butt? That could be the issue. That could be the issue at hand. Are you sure you're not holding a lighter close to your butt? At all times. What? I see. Then please be careful. And don't stink up the place too much, please. Just don't eat beans in public. True. Man, imagine that's like your superpower. Imagine that's like your superpower. You pull out a can of beans and the Popeye theme starts playing. And you go How about I do it anyway? I'm not exactly sure how to react to that. I'm not really into farting, if that's what you're asking. Am I though? Ow. Hi, gamer! I'm trying to gauge at what is happening at the moment. Emma is here just shooting whenever I can. That is fair. That is fair. You can begin to phantom my sleep-deprived stupidity. I see. Welcome back, Medina! I think I'm being threatened by fire farts. I'm not entirely sure. She told me to run. No, it's in stream. No, Momochi has not picked up anything of the sort. You should, from what I heard, you should go to a doctor. Apparently their last is laced with bad things. Yes. Apparently it's the salad. I read something like that. There's like a parasite or something in it, right? That's super scary. That is super scary. Yeah, an oversight and prevention. Yeah, oversight and prevention were dismantled, and now here the videos are. Ah. Was that in Taco Bell 2? Hold up, was that in Taco Bell 2? I think that should take over the headlines over the diarrhea. Hold up. Automatic Dasai. Wait, I probably said that wrong. Oh, is that an actual thing? That is sad. That's irritable bowel syndrome, right? That's a pain. see here. I think I want like this. So frilly. Kinda Christmas-like. Yeah. The fur was an idea. A detail was an idea that Momochi gave me. Oh my god, Taco Bell is a number where I need to lose some weight. Don't say that, Medina. It's true. Truth of the matter, right? I think up until the 19th century. No, I think it was like up until, I don't even know, beginning of the 20th century, I think. There were ads for parasite eggs to help you lose weight. That ass, people were raising some parasites. Yeah, tapeworm. It was tapeworm. Man, tapeworm is so dangerous. Is there a way to gain weight without having a 200 burger kill count? Yes. Yes, there is, Tammy. Actually, if you go to in like stuff specialized for like workouts, right? Those shops that are for workout nutrition, they sell calorie gains pack, stuff like that. That is specialized in bulking you up without it being unhealthy. I think. It's supposed to not be unhealthy. It's the best way, allegedly. I'm not entirely sure. You need some extra research on those. Let me hear me out. Healthy meals is way too much snacks. That's the problem. I'm not talking about cutting up, I'm talking about fat. Why? Then I can still see a nutritionist where would be underlying literally worth checking out. I am curious though, why are you trying to increase body fat? It seems that most people are trying to decrease their body fat. So is there a specific to that? I'm curious. Because I have super high metabolism and I legit can gain weight, I'm 100 pounds in American standards. Yeah, we have a foodie channel. Or do you have a Brazilian weight system? We use kilos, if that's what you're asking. Oh my god, Tommy, you're so... I see. I think you need to gain muscle. I think you actually need to gain muscle. Because like if you start gaining muscle, you automatically gain weight. It is actually a thing that women who start working out because they want to lose weight, they struggle with the fact that you actually gain some weight when you start working out. Then I think you definitely need to see a doctor, Tammy, because just to make sure it's like not just a genetic thing, which could be. Funnily enough, I gained weight. At first it was tummy, now it's functional muscles. Nice. Already have nothing. God was like, fuck this guy in particular. Might be worth going to the gym, bros, even if you're not want to get shredded. Although Tammy said they already work a lot with their body. But maybe like a shakes, protein shake supplement or stuff like that. I think that can work. I thought I heard my dog at the door. Did I hear my dog at the door? Hold up. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Both Dogo and Momochi were at the door. Here we go. Am I fussing too much about this detail? Maybe. But do I like the end result? Probably. So there you go. I did camping once with my dad, and we got lucky the bear didn't come up to us and threaten my dad who did the shit in his forest. Oh no! Oh no, that's scary, Tommy, that's scary. That's fun, can I join next hike? Man, the closest to a forest hike I did, it's been a long time since I did a forest hike. For context, it's the joke we came up with there, but we didn't see any bears, thankfully. Ah, okay. That's good, that's good. Bears are scary. Weirdly enough, there are no bears in Brazil. We have the gigantic snakes that can eat a cow whole. Yeah, we do have Brazilian wolves. I'm one of them. Well, not really. The Brazilian wolf is more related to the fox, actually. Interestingly enough, the guará. You a wolf, please? I'm a wolf! So I'm a wolf. Technically, there can be wolves and bear on the very south of Switzerland, but it's safe. Ah. I'm not a dog, I'm a wolf, I swear. Hold up. Oh. See, this is why this middle line is important. Yay, I'm a good girl. Ah. Ah. I'm Wolf. I'm Wolf. Wolf. Woof woof. I am Wolf. Exactly. Okay. This line here I don't think is working. Yeah, there you go. Just a hole. Just a hole, I think is fine. Okay. Ooh. So over here. I'm shipping much redacted. Respectfully, please. I'm retro. Man, what was retro in 1879? What was considered retro back then, I wonder? Cave drawings! Katanas. Ooh, I think katanas fit too. No, I think katanas were considered exotic, quotation marks. What the dog doing? Hey Kaz, welcome to the stream! You. There we go. Is that the first thing your mind went to? Okay. Hold up. Go. There we go. I wonder if there were like recipes of food people back then thought of retro. Like today we do this horrible jelly. Ah, I know the jelly abominations you're talking about, Medina. I know of them. I think, if I recall correctly from what I read, the jello abominations were kind of a scam, actually. I'm trying to think myself, a harpy pirate woman. Oh, that is awesome, Kaz. They look kinda cool, then you think and recoil in horror. They are a culinary abomination. If we are being very honest here. Like, I don't know if it's true. This is the story I heard, right? I heard that the reason those jello plates dishes even exist was because I'm not entirely sure how this goes 100%, but basically it was part of like a marketing campaign to sell stuff to the modern housewives that had access to like more conveniences than ever before, and they had extra free time. So they would like come up with just random shit for them to cook, so they would be more occupied throughout the day or something like that. So basically a scam. They were basically made up by like some marketing guy named Joe. Like, I guess they can put stuff inside Jello. Ah, capitalism indeed. Capitalism at its finest. And maybe his name was Joe the Jello guy. And maybe his name was Joe the Jello guy because Jam didn't shake like that. We don't know how thick Joe might have been. Wanna bet the marketing guy was some balding guy in his 50s colored balls that only ever cooked some canned beans in hot dogs. Possibly, possibly. You know, Bob had it rough, you know? He was experiencing this newfangled thing called a divorce. He never had to cook for himself before and he didn't know what to do with it. You know what? That makes sense. Bob created a dish as a revenge against happily married couples. It's like, I'll figure something else that will sour their relationship. I know, terrible food. And then everyone will eat as poorly as me. Yeah, that was Bob's villain arc. That was Bob's villain arc. Why'd you do it, Bob? Why'd you do it? How dare you, Bob? Also, it was party food. Oh god, you want a full nightmare? You want the full nightmare picture? Imagine that inside the Jello is canned chicken. It's straight up canned chicken in there. The Jello has some nice canned chicken, some nice undercooked canned chicken. In order to fully appreciate all the wonders of modern conveniences, would you like some canned chicken in your Jello? Oh no, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Ah, red chicken out of a can of Jello, exactly. By the way, bought some emergency rations and they do not suck. They are similar to the ones in World War II and US Army. Oh, interesting. Did you buy it for funsies? Just to see what it tastes like? You can just buy that, by the way. Ah, yeah, you can just buy that. I completely forgot that's the thing. There's like specialized stores for that. Yeah, very fun. Also for hiking. Ah. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Technically, it is survival food. It's basically chalky milk powder and some other stuff. Ah. Wait, really? Yeah, instead of an energy bar, I take a bar of this stuff. Ah. Man, a bar of rations. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I hope it tastes good. It is survivalist food, so in theory they didn't really prioritize the taste so much as, you know, basic nutrition and providing the amount of energy needed to do the thing. Do the thing, military do. There we go. Posted it on Foodies on Discord. Oh. Nice, I'm gonna... Let me take a look. Oh, my Discord isn't on, hold up. That makes sense. Oh, let's see. Foodie. Oh, wow, why do these kind of look like supplements for gym workouts? These really look like supplements for gym workouts. Around $10 for like 8 bars, 4 to 8 harks. Very fair. Also, you can make hot chocolate with it. And the hot chocolate is yummy. That's good. If the food wasn't good, it would be a problem though. I got one to try it out. Nice, nice. I think there was a channel where they like ranked every military like rations, right? I remember I saw it, but I don't remember who won anymore. And I am desperately trying to remember which country was it. There was one country that gave the poor guy who was making the video diarrhea. I don't remember which one was it. Might have been the British one? Not entirely sure. was a little bit more aggressive on the intestines, you know? Dun, 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 dun. I also like the tracking food. If you walk it 3 hours, they are drenched in sweat. Some hospital bolognese and they would hit different. They are not MREs. MREs. Ah, military rations. Okay. That took a little bit. That took a little bit to process. We got there though. I see. I was like, military rations extraordinaire. Yes. That's what that means. Of course. Let's see here. Right now, it's so dry, and any fire, even gas stove, are forbidden in the woods. Also, very fair, but also real moment. That's, yeah, I can see that. That aside, hell yeah, but the model is looking better and better. Oh, this isn't a model, this is a character study. I could definitely make a model of this though, if I wanted though. Character study is looking amazing, thank you! I think at this point, if I wanted to redraw my model, I would change the main outfit somewhat. Also, imagine making a model that actually has a back toggle. The only one I ever saw that had something like that was I think the person was called Papa Mutt. But the model was a chibi, so it was easy to do. You could do a lariat, it was cute. It was cute. I should see a back toggle when the model looks over the shoulder. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know what some people do? Like, models like that work really well as PNG tubers, right? I saw this one creator. Her name is Oceanex, if I'm not mistaken. And her thing is she is a PNG tuber that makes her model part of her overlay. So she can change scenes, and she's in different places of the scene. So like when she's seen, she's in how do you say? She'll be cooking in a stove like a witch, and in another scene she's a bee on top of a tree. It's very cute. But basically the idea is she integrates the PNG tuber model with her string. It's very well thought out. So smart of her, I love it. I love what, like, creative PNG tubers do sometimes, because they helps them like transcend the current medium, right? Everyone goes after fully rigged models, which I think are getting more expensive nowadays too, which is fair. But like that's kind of the thing that PNG tubing, I believe it's underexplored as a medium. It's underexplored as a medium of expression for VTubing. And there are a lot of people who do like some cool creative stuff. There is a guy on YouTube I follow that his thing is he is like a little robot and he can change shapes according to the games he plays. So he keeps making like new PNG tubers for like every different game he plays, because making a PNG model can be as simple as making a open mouth and a closed mouth. Artists are overpowered? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, there is a burden to that power. The power is you can do anything yourself. The burden is you have to do everything yourself. You just got nerved. Yeah, like the main challenge is to juggle your energy between your projects and your commissions, essentially. I think the dream of a lot of artist streamers is to not necessarily do commissions for others anymore and just be able to handle their own stuff to promote the stream. Their stream. That aside, I'll be off now. Alright, Medina, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Do it like this. Then shading like this. Oh, heck yeah. Man, Dynamo had such cool music. Such cool music. The character barely made any sense. Dynamo is like that one guy who no one invites and always shows up to the party. He always finds out somehow, and he's always there, and you're like, who called that guy? Why is that guy here? What is that guy doing here? He is just there. He is just there. No one invited him, no one really likes him. Somehow he is there. He is just there always. But no one also has kind of the heart to tell him to shut off. So he just stays at the party until the end. And we're like, should I say something? There's also the issue that the games he appeared in were very poorly translated. So you could barely make out what his deal actually was. Because it's like, he's like, haha, Mega Man X, I am here to fight you. Ah, you're the legendary X, the legendary Reploid. I'm here to show that you're not so tough. I was hired by Sigma to do stuff. And stuff I shall do. And then he gets exploded Team Rocket style and he's like, I'll be back next time. Like, who called you? No one wants you here. Go away. It's kind of a thing. There's a type of character that, like, Dynamo is the definition of the mid-boss. The mid-boss is that character that is there in the middle of the game to not be as important as the other. As the other enemies, right? He is just there to he's just there to be like an extra challenge, to be annoying in general. He was definitely hired to be annoying. His whole stitch in the original game he was in was that he was just there to buy time. Was just there to like because of the weird time mechanic that there was in the Mega Man X5, where if you like failed to complete a stage, time would go down. If you gave up on that stage, only if you gave up on that stage though. Man, Mega Man X5 really didn't have that many fleshed out mechanics, did it? Like, the idea of the countdown was interesting by itself, but execution-wise and in a Mega Man game too, they didn't have time to flesh it out. That is very clear. that the production of Mega Man X5 was probably a wee bit rushed. A wee bit. For being generous, we can say it was a wee bit. So, yeah. Yeah, but Dynamo has like such a kick-ass song though, it's such a waste. The song is so kick-ass, but the character is just, eh. Okay, you're here, I guess. And the funniest part is that he acts like he's such hot shit, but he keeps getting his ass kicked. He's not that hard either. You could call it ludonarrative dissonance, but I just call it he is kind of an arrogant guy that got his shit kicked in place. But even when his shit is kicked, he is still like laughing and being like, wow, you're so strong! Next time I'll certainly beat you. And they're like, no. No, you're not. And it's like, nah, I totally will. And you're like, no, no, you're not. I totally will. No. Nah. And that's how he starts to hold a grudge against you. There are two kinds of like arrogant characters. There's the arrogant character with like a really frail ego that wants to be recognized at any cost. And then there is the character that like is very arrogant to the point of being delusional. The delusional ones are kind of funny. The delusional ones are kind of funny because like you can try talking to them, but they will like be off in their little dimension where their asses getting kicked was actually really close, and you totally respect their power, even though you're like, even if you're being rude to their face, they won't acknowledge that. They're too busy playing the script in their head to understand what's going on. Those can be funny, and I feel like Dynamo is definitely one of those. Oh, let me drink some water. Yes, doing this Shaymail grid was a decision I made on my own. Does it make my life harder when I'm doing the design? Yes. Does it enrich the design? Absolutely. Which is why I made the choice to make my life harder in exchange for making the design more interesting. It's all about the happy medium of what you're willing to put up during animation versus trying to make things too easy and they end up plain and boring. You don't want to play and boring. Animes go for plain and boring and you get Kirito clones. And the animation is bad too. Now that I think about it, those Kadokawa throwaway isekais are like the worst of both worlds because you don't have a good character design and you don't have good animations to compensate for the medium character design. You just have a thing. And you also don't have that good of a story either, because it's being done to that. And unless you have like a really, really good twist, it's not gonna be very engaging. At this point, I think that's the nicest thing you can say about isekai genre as a whole. That you need a really good twist, otherwise it's not gonna be engaging. But I don't know, some people really, really like to read the same story over and over. There is a market for that. Apparently, the market for that is called the itch. The itch happens when you read a really, really good story, but it is now over. But you're still like, but I still want more of this. And then someone comes along and shows a piece of work that is not quite that, but it scratches the itch. And then you get it, and then you get it again, and then you get it again, and then you get it again, then you get it again. If you ever wonder why sometimes people just how can people make money out of doing something that feels like it's like way too close or even copied? That is how. It's through the itch. You scratch the person's itch for content that is similar to that thing that they really, really like. And they give you money. Even if the thing you're offering them isn't as good as the original thing that caused the itch, that caused the craving. That's how that works. And that's why people are still making isekai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I think the itch happens a lot more with younger audiences, but I don't put it past older audiences to also have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it does take longer for like younger audiences for the itch to pass away. Because certain stories, certain styles of narrative, that kind of stuff is all very new. So they are marveled at it. But the more they consume the same type of media over and over, the more it becomes harder to satisfy said itch. Because things start to look the same. And that's no good when they start to look too much the same, because then the story becomes too predictable. Then when the story becomes too predictable, there is like no novelty anymore, and humans do crave novelty a lot, unfortunately. It would be really, really funny Probably wouldn't be very good or healthy, but it would be really, really funny if like you could just be amused at the same thing over and over again. Imagine if you played a really good game, you never had to buy another game in your life because you had that one, and you could just play it over and over again and be just as satisfied with playing it as the first time you played the game. But truth be told, if you wanna like relive the novelty of playing the same game over and over again, you probably need something, which is kind of why people invented stuff like speedrunning and let's see, speedrunning and challenge runs, all that good stuff. All that good stuff was basically made so you would feel compelled to still have a reason to play the game, because like, okay, you finished the game, but have you tried beating the game like this? How about like this? Oh, this is hard, isn't it? Now you're gonna have to master the game again, because you haven't mastered enough to be able to do this thing, right? It helps. It helps. I think it's cool. More negative people will say it's a waste of time. They're not completely wrong, but it really depends on what you were going to do with your time anyways, right? If playing the video game on hard mode is the only thing that's stopping you from making $1 billion and satisfying all your long life dreams, then yes, it is a waste of time and you should probably stop doing it. But if it's something you're doing on your free time, of your own accord, to entertain yourself and have a little fun in between of your obligations, do it. Like that's like ideal scenario. That's the ideal scenario, you know? And heck, if being part of a speedrun community adds value to your life too, and you're able to get in contact with people and stuff like that, then that is also not a waste of time. There are like, there's actually, in order for certain things to be a waste of time, there is actually a very like specific requirement for things to be actual waste of times, you know? Like if you're doing something completely by yourself in the basement, even so it can be good for your own self-amusement and stuff like that. Not everything has to be productive. Unless the activity you're engaging in is somehow sucking your life dry or something and not letting you progress in life at all, then it's fine. Oh, here we go. It's also not good if you like somehow get some sort of like true gamer complex because of this, and you're like start gatekeeping the game that you like to other people because they haven't done the challenge run yet, they haven't beaten the true mode, They're not real fans like me. That is, comparison is kind of a poison sometimes. I hear it can be useful, but most of the time it seems to cause more harm than good. Here we go. Are we done with this? We might be done with this. I'm just not sure whether to put the back tail over the scarf on the back one. That is a tough one to decide. I think like this is better. Save. I like this. The scarf does make it a little bit hard for me to figure out. Go. Here we go. Okay, this extra little dot here. Yeah, it adds a lot to the overall shading. What am I forgetting? There is one detail that I'm forgetting. Ah, dependent I'm forgetting. Cat pendant here. Which is a thing I technically randomly added to my regular design. Hold up. I kinda need myself as reference here for a sec. Right. And we go back to Wolf. But it ended up becoming a really cute detail. That I rather enjoy. Na, 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 na. No, I still need more rough. Hold up. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep the model. Here we go. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Like this. Yeah. There we go. I think we did it. Very, very nice. Gonna add a little background. There we go. That's a good background. I think. What a good stretch. Is that all the time we have for today? Oh, hey, Icarus! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Kip, I can't thank you enough for the gorgeous price you made, and for everything that you certainly made my wedding extra special. That thank you, Icarus. Your commission was so cute. I was so happy. I was so happy. It was such a cute commission. I loved it. I loved working on it. And if like there's anything that needs editing with the files, if like the printing, if anything happened, let me know and I will try to do my best to help you too. Yeah. You did incredible. I'm so happy for it. I'm so glad. Okay, let me see. What can we work on that I haven't finished yet? Let me clear recent files here. Open. Is there anything I haven't finished? Thank you so much, I'll let you know. Okay, please do. No, I think we're done with the projects for today. Okay, so also, if you needed to go, you may. I was here for a while, but I want to share that before you left. Aww. I appreciate it, Icarus. And yes, I think I'm gonna go now. Thank you all very much for joining me today. This was fun. A little bit weird there in the middle, but this was a fun stream. I hope you all had fun. Hope to see you guys soon. And I'll catch you guys next time, okay? Let's find someone to raid. Who should we raid? Who should we raid today? I wanna raid someone who is doing art. Is there someone doing art? Co-working and studying. That's right, that's a new thing you can do on Twitch apparently. You can study on Twitch. How well does that go? How well does that go? I'm kinda curious, let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, so let's raid Milia. So, everyone, thank you all very much for joining me today. Hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Stay awesome, stay hydrated. Most important of all, stay cool. And remember, when in doubt, when you think you can do it, just think like a ninja. And sure you can. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.